Clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, broadcasting live with RDR after this broadcasting out on land, ladies and gentlemen. I am Tommy C. My point man today is none of the Dr. Zhivago. How are you, sir?
I'm feeling like I could go a little crazy.
Why is that?
It seems to be the trend.
Yeah. Listen, we're going to get into the Etika situation. And actually, today's open call, so line them up. You got something to talk about whatever you want. As soon as, when we get done with the intro, I have something to say about the big trending topics right now. Both have to do they're alike in the sense that I think mental illness is playing a role here, and me and Zhivago will get into that. But first, I have some explaining to do. Look, a lot of you guys know that I've been. I have to get through this before we start. So I said, line up the calls. We'll take in as soon as we're done here. I've said several times, and I haven't changed my opinion, and I think this might be it for the show due to laws that are happening in Europe and some changes that are taking place. YouTube, especially in Europe, is becoming more and more uncomfortable place to do business, to make a living doing YouTube. And I never thought this would last forever. I thought I'd have to go back to work one day. And I promise you when the moment comes, I will handle it with dignity, right? But I was a little taken aback, and I think this has to do with my sort of a subconscious confirmation bias that I have due to this. And I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop at any moment. And there was some TOS changes for only the EU and Switzerland only. And I read them, and I said, this is it. This is the end of fair use. End of fair use, I'm done. I'm stoned, and I'm finished, and it takes place on the 21st of July, just before I go on vacation. And I made some video tweets expressing my concern and, thinking this is it. And I sat down with Xanta, and I went over them again, and they're really just reworded stuff that's already in place. So I apologize for I apologize for you putting the gloom and doom on the 27th. Now, I didn't think it was over on the 27th. I thought I was going to get a pretty good idea on what they were going to do. What I think I saw is they're preparing. See, the way the EU works with Article 13, and this is what we're talking about. Each member state, I say member because they're trying to get rid of the nation state, has to make a law somewhat in line with their own parliament with Article 13, in the spirit of Article 13. I can't really get into all that, but it's extremely restricted. It attacks fair use, private journalism, the whole nine. And it would devastate this show in the current format that it's in. Now, they talked about stuff that like removing copyrighted content, taking people, all the stuff they're doing now already. And I probably saw it. I've been thinking this is the end. I'm waiting for the knock on the door from the German government because there's things going on here that there's a question streaming, questioning the legalities of streaming. So far, I think I've stayed within the law, but depending what state you are in Germany, it really all depends. So, and there's the Article 13, which is an absolute free speech disaster, probably deliberately designed to be a free speech disaster, but to say, we're trying to protect copyright holders, but we're really taking away your free speech. And by the way, there's no such thing as fair use. There is a law, but our law contradicts it. So I saw this, and I kind of freaked a little bit. Obviously, I've spent some money lately. You guys have known that. I got a vacation coming up, and I also spent a little money on the on documentary that we just filmed. And all I can tell you is I'm sorry. I didn't mean to jump the gun. My relationship with you is really important, and you guys know when I get either information wrong or I say something crazy that's not in a comical way that I correct it, and it's really important for me and you to know this. I guess I didn't kind of realize it, but I guess my emotions are running a little high right now. due to the vacation that's coming up, due to the money that I have to spend on that. And let me give you an idea. I grew up in an Irish family, Irish American family for all you, back in the motherland country. And I saw this with other Irish families. My family are gloomy and doomy as hell. And I don't know what it is. My father used to call obituaries the Irish sports pages, because what my grandfather would do is just like look at him and say, hey, sweetheart, I outlived Jim O'Reilly. Yeah, I lived him. Thank you, Gabriel Sheely. What's the thumbnail on the right? I don't know. I thought it was funny.
The protecting.
Nothing more to it than that. So, and people that really pay attention to the show, and me, for lack of a better word, they are well aware that I read nothing but crime and punishment whenever I get a chance to sit down and read. I watch every stupid serial killer thing I can get a hold of on YouTube. So I think that and the stress that's going on, that's normal. That's been going on since I was 13 or 12. I think I have like this kind of gloomy outlook. I mean what I say. I do think this might be the last year. I'm not trying to jerk anybody around. I've said it over and over again. We're going to try to get around it legally the best way we can. That's not changed. I just was a little miffed because I thought this was going to happen in January, that we're looking at next month. And I saw what I wanted to, not out of any kind of, I went, well, see, I was right. Obviously, I don't want to be right. I did it because look, again, I'm going to walk away with this dignity. I'm going to thank you and salute you and say goodbye, all right? I promise. But I didn't expect it to be next month, all right? I freaked the fuck out. I got triggered. I've been a little skippy lately, all right? Can you give me a break? I'm a little skippy. I'm skittish, whatever you call it. I apologize sincerely. My relationship with you believing me and knowing that I'm going to give the best information and correct anything I get wrong is extremely important to me. It really is. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm dealing with a little stress. I'm pretty much a stress-free guy. I know that's hard for you guys to believe, but ask Jago. I pretty much got shit under control
Most of the time. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the summer's coming up. The kids are getting out of school. I'm a little skinny. So I was like, oh shit, it's over. We're fucked up. Which is a family trait. I don't know if that goes back to the old country, but everybody I knew growing up was like that. Hey, Tommy. Yeah. Did you hear about Mrs. Wilson? No. Dying of cancer. And then we talk about it for a whole fucking hour. So I think that whatever that is, that macabre way of looking at the world, when everything's going great. I mean, I am so thrilled with the other channel, Shot from the Play News. I love doing those videos. Love them. I feel totally rejuvenated. Totally, completely rejuvenated. And I really believe in that channel now. And we got, instead of doing the Sunday, I'm going to have the other creators do this too. We're going to do top 5 stories of the week at the end of the week instead of like a weekend wrap up. Maybe a lead story, top 5 stories a week, and a little extras here and there too. That's what I'm going to say. That's it. And we'll get the green screen back up for that and everything. I'm really, really excited, and I'm really happy, and money's been good. So I'm afraid somebody's going to take it all away from me. So I apologize to each and every one of you for scaring any of you on Twitter. I hope I got that straightened out and I don't have to worry about this summer. but moving to the two biggest stories in the game right now. Both are. Who do you want to start off with, Deji or Etika? Who do you want to start off with?
We should start out with Deji because he was first.
Yeah, I guess Deji. I'm not playing the video. I can't watch it. I can't just.
I'm pretty sure everybody's
Nick
seen
sent
it
me
by
a
now.
joke. Like, look, he deserves to get memed today.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he said you saw that. I couldn't get through 2 seconds. I had the urge to vomit. Like I even said, like, were you up last night? Because I couldn't sleep. I was like, get it off, get it off, get it off, get it off.
For some context, it was basically Deji breaking down with his Noel's playing in the background.
Yeah.
So.
It was awful.
Yeah. It was horrible.
Deji put out a video. He's obviously having some breakdown of some kind, and of course, that breakdown was inevitably going to lead to being memed, being made. I mean, that's Bashverse level. I don't want to be the bad guy.
That's what I was gonna say. People are putting them next to each other.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I wish I knew Deji better. I wish we were friends. You know, I wish I could just calm them down. You know, because I don't think 100%. At least leading up to this point, that everybody's either side's 100% innocent, and I think it's tragic that a family has to have a public fight over this over YouTube, and I think it just shows this is a cautionary tale. YouTube can be a really horrible place, filled with horrible, cutthroat people. And there's that aspect. Somebody wrote he's mental. He might be legitimately like this might be legit. And when I say a lot of people say get some help to be sarcastic. Deji like maybe want to talk to somebody. For real. Maybe he is. I don't know, but to upload that and to watch it and I don't dump on people crying on camera if it's not to solicit something. I hate that, but people get emotional if they want to show that part of themselves. I don't next to no problem with it. I'm not going to goof on each. Well, yeah, if I'm game, you're game. Fuck off. I've gotten emotional on this show before, but it's just tragic. But here's the thing with Deji, and I'm kind of weird spot. If I don't go hard on him, then it's because he called in 3 years ago. I think 3 years ago today. And said he was going to be on the show, which he never did. And I'm still trying to suck his ass to go on there. And if I do go hard on him, I certainly I don't want him to unfollow me. I like him. I like his content. I've said it a million times. But he did cross the line with me, and that's when he sent. It was a strike to Keemstar.
Yeah, but he released it today.
Unacceptable.
Apparently.
Unacceptable.
Yeah.
Unacceptable. How the hell with somebody with your experience and the amount of money that you made on and the people you've met, in what stratosphere was that a good move or a responsible move? Like, I mean, are we at to the point where, you were going to have to remove it? You knew damn well that wasn't the case. And I know Keem's fucking cruel, Deji, but I warned you about him a bunch of times. He's not your friend. He's nobody's friend. I think that's the exact words I gave you. He's nobody friends. And you really got to get somebody to get a hold of you or get a hold of yourself. Because I don't know how you come back from this. I don't know how anybody comes back. And thank God he released it. I mean, what a strange act that is, And you got me defending Keemstar, for Christ's sakes. That's unfucking acceptable. You're a public figure. You decided to hit publish. And he's going to do what he does. And I remember the other night when we were doing a story on you and went over your Twitch, there was nothing but love right after you put out that video where you supposedly tapped out. And look, I don't like seeing you as a bad guy either. I don't think anybody does, but it looks more and more that, like, that, I mean, look, I'm sorry, this thing dies for everybody. It's just the nature of entertainment. I mean, you have so many fans. Be grateful for what you have, And as far as KSI is concerned, well, damn it, I hope you're helping your brother. I mean, you don't have to help him with YouTube. It's not your responsibility to take care. You guys are both adults, but God, I hope you're helping him. I hope you're putting, your brother ahead of YouTube. It's your flesh and blood, same mother, same father. Holy shit! And straighten this shit out. I mean, not for fucking your sub count, for you. This is probably gonna end for you one day too, KSI. You can't do this forever. You're gonna get old. You're gonna get gray. You're gonna look weird. You're gonna make the rape face in 2025? I don't think so. You can't make it now. You can't make it now. But that is a big thing with it when it comes to censorship, or it's not illegal in the UK, but it is in the United States. And YouTube sets these fair use rules, and you just abuse it like that for fucking what? They were never good. They were always going to get out of that. What are you going to do? Go to court over copyright? Or somebody who does a ton of hysterical reaction videos. By the way, I always like Deji's the best. Get a hold of yourself. Realize, there are a lot of people that give a shit about you more than you could possibly imagine, and you owe them. stop worrying about your growth and worry about the people that you're, I was listening to Mediker. He did a video on Angry Joe. And a couple years ago, I think I remember Angry Joe wanted to take a break and he wanted to do all this stuff and he didn't want to do the angry. It would be the equivalent of me saying, "Hey guys, I'm not doing Shot for the Point anymore, or maybe only when I feel like it. I'm going to do my own content." Of course, I would naturally expect people to be pissed off at that. If I did something like that, and if it was that important to me, I'd ride it out and I wouldn't fight with my fan base. And the reason I bring this up is, I had to deal with, not being as popular anymore and moving down a level. But here's the thing: at the end of the day, Deji, you serve them. They've given you Lamborghinis. Let me tell you something. I told you guys, you gave me my dream come true. I had these mini arcades, and I'm working on them. One of the buttons just broke, and I'm glad because that means I get to do a DIY.
More arcade parts.
I am reminded every time I walk in this room, which is now being referred to as the arcade. Daddy, where's my Baba? In the arcade. All right. That was given to me by the people I serve, and you got to serve them. And if you focus on that, maybe in a year or so you can come back. If you keep doing this stuff, it's going to make you look worse. And be grateful. There was almost no hate. When I think we did a stream, it was a members only stream. There was almost zero hate, like zero. Remember the people that are sticking by you through this. Do it yourself, dyslexic say. Well, I could still do it. I drilled these holes. I drilled them myself. No arcade went up comes like this. I made it. I even had a blinking light problem. I fixed it myself today. So that's a reminder for me. You serve. And I start other channels and stuff like that for other stuff I wanted to do. God, I can't get Shot for the Point Rewind over fucking 1,000. It's frustrating as hell. For years, shorter content. I got the best fucking editor on the planet that gets this show, that understands me, that we're personal friends with, and it kills. The fucking other channel's better than this one. And I get frustrated that people don't appreciate it more. But that's life. That's life.
Yeah, the big complaint you guys, your shows are too long, so I can't watch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't get mad at the people that gave me this. I don't get mad at the people that sent me to Spain. And you know what? I got so much money backed up. If this computer would pop right now, I could have one Monday. Light goes out. Got it. Everything's backed up, ready to go. Every show thing is backed up and ready to go if the worst case scenario happens. If I had a bad month, I can keep it going for another month. I think it's time to start thinking about that. And I think it would be a good way to rebuild because at this pace, there's no coming back. I mean, I've watched my friends, people I care about that are on YouTube have very powerful things, and they refuse to listen to reason and in a means to get back at somebody. They just dig the hole deeper, and it's absolutely tragic for a king of YouTube royalty, to watch the self-destruction. It's really tragic. And then the other tragedy, this is going to be kind of a downer show, except for Tipster. I can't stop looking at that thumbnail. It's fucking hysterical, if I do say so myself. Tommy Street's best to listen to when you can't fall asleep. Locks me right out. Thanks. We could talk about Andy Melanakis, too. That's another one.
Yeah.
There's a
couple others we could talk about, but it's probably the best not to. I'll tell you about it off there.
Oh, really? That bad?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Why can't we talk about it on air? With Andy?
I don't know. I've heard that was bad, but Ralph's stream last night was a disaster.
I can talk about that. That's fine,
There was about 2 hours of just Ralph.
Yeah.
You could hear him. He was obviously drunk. People were saying he was taking pills and all.
Jesus.
His co-host came on. He couldn't get him to. You couldn't hear them. You could only hear him. You couldn't get the background. All that.
Oh my God.
It was fucking bad.
Wow. All right. Yeah. Maybe go over that later. And there's Etika. I don't know if that's not a work. I'm sorry. I'm not 100% convinced that's not a work. But boy, oh boy, does that guy know how to put the fear of God in people? Because I couldn't help but watch it and just be frightened, I suppose. Yeah. Let's see. Shout out to Kat who got me this. Did she send me the? Let's check the newsroom real quick. Hang on.
I put screenshots of.
No, but she had it captured. Did she send it to me personally or? No, she didn't. She sent me pictures of how bad she hates Trump. Where was that? I used it in the episode. Kat's very resourceful, one of the best. And yeah, she captured it.
Are you wanting the description?
Yeah. I don't know if she sent it to me privately or she put it in post because they got well, make a long story short, if you want to see the information to see if I'm not lying, go check Shop at the Point News. We put the tweet up there. There was a tweet back in January, June 2nd. He said, "When am I my next stage? When do I get rid of my next mental breakdown? When do the kids get out of school?" And somebody said the 20th. So that being said, the video was tragic and frightening. But he's pretty good. The thing I don't get about it is it's cross. I think this might cross the line. What do you think? You know, I mean,
I think
yeah. Look, I have no problem making mental illness. There's no joke that's fucking off. But, you start wasting the cops' time and have people care about you. Forget fans. What about family? Thinking you're gonna off yourself. They go to your apartment and you're not there. They're checking under fucking bridges to see if you jumped.
I honestly
that's not Andy Kaufman. That's not a cool troll. That's just what the fuck. That's what that is. Go ahead. What do you say?
I'm still leaning on to the fact that he fucked himself off on drugs, and his mind has not been right since then.
Somewhere in between, you think? Then why would he say when is my next mental breakdown? The 20th. I mean, it could have been he was joking around then and it just became a reality. He forgot about it. He did delete the tweet.
Yeah.
I know.
Almost like it manifested in his head or something.
I don't even know if that. He just he's feeling down. You're feeling down. I mean, he says something like he says something. Let me put this on the wet. It's interesting. Oh, I found it. Yeah, here I found it right here. When should I have a next mental breakdown? And so the 20th, just when people out of school. And by the way, these are big money months for YouTubers. Big money months. Big ones. This is what you count on. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you smaller YouTubers they make it or break it during these 2 months. And then he said something completely berserk. Well, not berserk. I was thinking of something else. That I kind of agreed with. Like, don't let the social media stuff get to you. And some damn good acting. I haven't found them. Did they take the video down? Yeah, I think they did. Huh.
There's tons of mirrors of it.
Yeah,
Get you one if you need.
Yeah. Oh, it's just, it's not funny. Not funny, not fun. Here it is. Let's go halfway through.
I wasn't suicidal before. I really wasn't. But one thing I didn't realize was that the walls were closing around me so fast. I really had no intention of killing.
See, when I listen to that, the walls are closing around me so fast, he's giving into the people that are saying, he was losing it. He's feeding that. He's smart. He's really good at this. But, it's not something you want to be wrong about,
myself, but I would always push it too far. I guess I am mentally ill. Or maybe I will. I'm not trying to put responsibility on it. I mean, I did a lot of wrong, too. I did a lot of wrong. Everyone's got to pay for what they've done wrong at some point. Everyone's got to pay for their sins at some point. I guess mine caught up to me. I'm sorry to those of you who I betrayed.
Dude, this just makes my stomach hurt.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for leaving such a stained legacy. I hope that my story maybe helps to make YouTube a better place somehow in the future, to where people know boundaries and limits of how far things should go.
Exactly. And if this is a work, you know, there is boundary. There is a limit.
Dude, if he's faking this,
This is awful if he's faking this. What about your mom? Etika is his top YouTube channel. There with Colossal Metagreasy. Sad to see a legend fall in this way. Yeah, I agree. I don't know much about him until, but he's funny and he's amazing and he's got big ideas. He's smart. He fucking walked Keemstar in that interview around the block and backwards. It was fucking entertaining as hell. But this is too far if it's a troll, and if it's not a troll, God, I hope they find him. You know, I hope they find him. And we didn't cover it because I forget what happened. That whole thing when he assaulted a cop, we checked that tape. And if he assaulted a cop, it was a security guard. And you could tell the difference between the uniforms, what the guy was wearing. And he would have done time for that. Because you could see when the actual cops show up, they have completely different color uniforms. This guy had a windbreaker on. They all had different clothing on. Different color. Different shade of blue. So, I mean, I think if this is a work, he has a team of people that know how to set this up as a work. And the way they view it is, they're just doing Andy Kaufman. They're doing some entertaining. So, kind of sad day in YouTube. Not that fun. Not that funny. Is it?
Not at all.
No. Legends. Never a good day when legends fall. Never. But I like to take your calls. Let's do that. I'll be happy to take your calls. Jump in the Discord. Get ready to rock and roll. And there's Ralph and there's what? Who else?
Well, I don't know exactly what happened with Andy and them, but
I know a little bit what happened
that
to
was
Andy.
a shit show.
Andy went off on memology.
Big Masterson left.
Oh, I bet.
Like he didn't. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, we don't know a lot then.
Andy Worski show.
Somebody wants to call in and fill us in on what happened. We're all ears. iGuitar Rye, what's up?
Yo, what's up? I wanted to ask you, what do you think about the whole Bella Thorne and Whoopi Goldberg situation?
What? Could you tell me you think? Because I've only recently some of that naked pictures.
Honestly,
or something.
It's pissing me off.
All right.
The way everyone's standing against Whoopi Goldberg.
All right.
It's like
I need to find out what. Hey, slow down. I need to find out what happened first. I only glanced over this. Zhivago, fill me in.
Bella Thorne got hacked. Her phone got hacked.
Okay.
And all that. Her Twitter, everything. The guy was threatening to release her news. He was texting her saying, "Look what I got! Look what I got!" So she finally just said, "Fuck it," and put it out there and put her picture of her boobs out on Twitter and said, "This guy's been threatening me." Blah 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 blah. And Whoopi Goldberg and all them started talking about it on the show The View, and said, you put yourself in that position. Basically, you had the pictures on your phone. You're a celebrity. You know that we can get hacked. So that's it's hard to feel sorry for you. And Bella Thorne put a video up on her Instagram of her like breaking down, crying, and saying, she couldn't believe that Whoopi Goldberg would do that.
Why do you give a fuck what that fat pig thinks? Why would anybody care with that? Why would you post pictures saying, "Hey, I'm owning it"? Which, by the way, I respect.
That's pretty much it. And it's like
Whoopi Goldberg is about as bright as my controller. She is a box of fruity pebbles. Not even a box of rocks. There is nothing that comes out of that woman's mouth that hasn't been repeated by somewhere else. She is one of the most self-righteous grandmas I've ever come across. She's an actress. That's it. She hasn't done anything in her life that's significant other than be really popular and be an actress. And I'm not saying I even hate everything she's done. I like Jumpin' Jack Flash. That was a funny fucking movie. I liked her in Star Trek. I don't mind seeing Whoopi Goldberg in a movie. But when she comes on with this old black grandma act, "Hey, grandma, stick it up your ass." Who cares? Who cares what Whoopi Goldberg thinks? Yeah, I mean, I guess. What is she saying? You shouldn't have had it. Yeah, woulda, coulda, shouldn't have. So you shouldn't have been hacked either. Why are you victim blaming, you cunt? Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't have any pictures of my dick. Good luck, hackers. I put Zhivago's on there just in case.
The thing is, it's like my opinion of it is, it's true that you shouldn't really take nude pics of yourself.
Not if you don't want them look, if you here's the thing. Take nude pictures of yourself all you want. Send them all over the place. But no, you're taking a huge chance. Now finish. I apologize.
Exactly. And then when Belle Thorne starts comparing that shit to rape, and like pulls out the victim card, pulls out the rape card, and then says Whoopi Goldberg should be shamed for speaking truth. I mean, she's a realist. She's saying you're taking a risk. You can't
she's
put
right.
a pot of gold in
she's right.
In a
Why
bad
would you?
neighborhood.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm not gonna disagree with you. Why do you care what she thinks? She speaks the obvious. She's a dingbat. She's dumb.
It's because everyone in the news channels, the fucking alt left, everyone is losing their shit saying Whoopi's a shit person. Shame on you, Whoopi. And everyone's sticking up with Belle Thorne.
Well, she is victim blaming a little bit because did she bring up the fact that she got hacked?
I've got the direct quote right here.
She did.
If you're famous, I don't care how old you are. You don't take a nude picture of yourself. Once you take that picture, it goes into the cloud and it's available to any hacker who wants it. And if you don't know how that in 2019 that this is an issue, I'm sorry, you don't get.
Pretty much.
I don't know if I disagree with her at all.
That's yeah.
And everyone's like, you're blaming her for taking a picture on a private device. And it's like that device isn't private. Like as soon as you take a picture, it's in the cloud. And not only that, people don't know this, all right? But it's an unlisted. You know, tell me how you put a YouTube video and you can unlist it, right?
Yeah, there's ways to find it. I know.
A cloud is basically an unlisted website. Anyone who finds that website can download all
everything.
Pictures.
Yeah, you just got to find it. You're right.
It's just a URL.
I don't know why she's crying about Woody Blue. She would say, "Hey, Whoopi, mind your fucking business." Why would you post this? They were great news, by the way. Why would you post them and say, "I'm owning this because this guy harassed me," and then worry about what dingbat grandma says? Take your medicine, grandma. I don't get her at all. She made the color purple, all right? That's it. I mean, like...
Come on, Tommy, you don't like Sister
Yeah.
Act?
No, I don't like his Sister Act. I don't like Sister Act.
She doesn't want to go to
I think she made a mockery of Catholicism. She's an anti-Catholic witch. No, I don't like Sister Act.
But then she ended everything by saying, I'm not going to The View because I don't want a bunch of older women judging me on my body. Which, in my opinion,
I'm sure they're going to say, listen, buddy, you got to perk up those tits. What the fuck? So she's, all right, we found somebody that's stupider than Whoopi Goldberg. Congratulations. Congratulations, Bella Thorne. My God. My God.
And that's the whole story. And a lot of people are saying Whoopi Goldberg's in the wrong. I think she's a wise old lady. She's saying the truth. She's a realist. She's a realist.
She might be a realist, but she's not a wise old lady. Let me tell you. Let me help you there. Well, here's another thing. Let's take it to this way. Let me defend Whoopi this way. All right. That's her opinion. She's entitled to it. It's not that outrageous opinion. She didn't say you gotta. This wasn't her opinion. Okay, listen, sweetheart. When you upload to the cloud, you might get it downloaded. It's a chance you have to take. I hope we put the Jews back in internment camps. That would have been an outrageous thing that would have warranted that kind of thing. She didn't say that. She didn't say it. She didn't say it. She didn't say it. She said, take. It is funny. When anybody suggests, especially from the left freaks out, take responsibility for yourself. Somehow, some way, that has become an outrageous statement. No wonder Jordan Peterson's so hated. Anybody, doesn't matter if you're on the left. Hey, take responsibility for yourself. And it's like, everybody freaks the fuck out.
Because now it's like, the country's supposed to protect me no matter what the fuck happens.
No one's to protect you.
Which,
you want a patriarchy to take care of you? That's what a patriarchy's for. You two bimbos. Bunch of bimbos. Bimbos everywhere, surrounded by them. Thoughts and bimbos wherever you go. That's what we used to call thoughts. Bimbos. It sounds. It's what do they call that? Where's Kowalski? He knows when a word sounds like what it means. That's it. Bimbos. You can almost see all the rocks going back and forth in their head. Bimbo, bimbo. God, all of them. Yeah. I don't care what celebrities think. I don't even know why half of you listen to me. I'm just a fucking idiot from New Jersey. What the fuck's the matter with you?
Oh yeah, I forgot you're from New Jersey. Fuck. All right, I'm on.
All right, get out of here. Bye.
In the end, what did we think about Bella Thorne?
They got him, this horse. They're going to fuck it.
Yes. Yes. Bimbos. Get used to it. Used to be the old thing we called thoughts. Bimbos.
I did.
Who cares what she
remember,
thinks? Who cares what she thinks? And I got to be honest with you, she's right. Stop crying. I'm sorry, but you know, here's another thing that got lost in all this. The guy hacked her. He should be punished. Nobody cares about him. Yeah, nudes are good, by the way, Vault. Send Vault the nudes.
Vault can find him himself.
You're probably gonna fucking commit some kind of crime. Yeah. She's wise, as in wise. Why is she still relevant?
Jeez.
How do you compare leaking nudes to rape? I don't know. Can you?
Oh yeah, Andy did say last night that he never told what's his name, Alex, to shoot or aim. I mean.
Oh no, he never did, huh?
Someday.
Oh, well, good. He straightened that out. You mean?
God.
I'm a cock.
She looks like a predator. She looks like a predator fucked on the floor. Yeah. I don't know.
I've got the Andy stream is him exposing Alex for lying about what actually happened and him hiring someone to hack Andy and gave the passwords to Zoom and IMC, and those DMs were leaked on the stream.
Super. Fantabulous. Unbelievable.
What's expected?
So let's see. Let's play a game. How long can I tolerate Green Man? Here we go. Green Man.
Hey Tommy, how you, man? I've got a wee suggestion for you.
What?
What part of Spain you going to, mate? Nah,
I'm not telling you. I'm bringing my family. I'm not going by myself.
If it's in the Catalan region, you should.
I'm not going anywhere where I'm going where the Germans hide. I'm going to hide with them, so you won't be able to find me. It's going to be an old German weekend.
What, you go find a Jew, lock him up, take her?
No, it's just like you probably don't know this. All the English and the Germans, everybody has like a different vacation spot. Like
we do. We go to Menorca.
Yeah, Mallorca.
Menorca.
The Irish have their own place too. You know.
Did they?
Yeah, they do.
Good for the Irish, man.
Yeah. Well, I have my own place.
Oh yeah, I've got a question about Whoopi Goldberg.
What?
I've got a question about Whoopi Goldberg.
What about her?
Why do you not like her, mate?
What
have you got against her? What do you have against Whoopi
I think she's
Goldberg?
a big blabbermouth.
A blabbermouth, Tommy. A blabbermouth.
It doesn't mean look. Just because I'm a big blabbermouth doesn't mean I have to listen to her fat ass or like it. People fucking pay good money to hear her blabber. That's fine. Good for her. Doesn't mean I have to like it.
That money should go to you, Tommy. Why the
what?
fuck aren't they paying you?
I'm not denying it. I'm not denying it. I don't think I'm fucking special. She does.
I think you should think you're special, Tommy. I think you're very special.
Tiger, Deji might be on suicide watch. God, I hope not. What do you want from me, Green Man? How can I make your day better?
Have you got some money I can have?
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Time's up. You made me insane. All right, get in there. Otherwise, I'm calling it early today. It's not a hell of a lot going on. It's all sad. We can't joke around. If you just want to call in and piss me off, feel free. Because maybe we can get something out of that. Otherwise,
I'm going to send you something right now.
Andy Melanakis said he invented memes, and then he said he didn't, and then he yelled at memology.
Memology? No, dude, did you see Memology's country?
Yeah,
they got a fucking war going on.
Yeah, no, literally, yeah. I sent him a message just like, I hope you're okay. He's got family, too. I worried about him. Poor memology.
All right, check your Twitter DM.
How are we going to find out when people contradict themselves in tweets if there's no memology? My God. My Twitter. Poor memology. Let me check this shit out. Wait a minute. I really wanted... Is this the Keem stuff or O.J. Simpson?
This is the O.J. Simpson.
Click on that? Yeah. All right. Whatever you say, buddy. Real O.J. Yeah, look, I make fun of O.J. too.
Defend O.J.
Let's see.
I will defend O.J. Simpson all day long. O.J. Simpson did nothing wrong. The only crime he committed was being black. Just like Bill Cosby, who also did nothing wrong. He was black.
Who's this guy?
This is Jonathan Hills from the Buddhism Hotline.
The Buddhism Hotline? Why doesn't he follow me? You should follow me.
Oh, it's great.
How to play the ukulele? He's messing with Ricky too. All right, I like him. That's funny. Let's put Lipo, you on here?
Oh, hello, Tommy.
How can I help you?
I suppose that well, there isn't really that much to say about the Etika thing. It's
it's
either way, it's bad.
Mm.
There's no good ending to that. Either it's not real or it is real.
Yeah,
bad. The Deji one, I noticed that he put like the thumbnail. They sort of put him crying in the thumbnail.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't too sure about that. I've got no issue with him crying in the video.
because why would you give a fuck what the thumbnail looked like if you're going to check out? That's a good point.
It's like he was sort of trying to get attention with it. I wasn't too sure about that.
Yeah.
But
that's the problem with this shit. You can't take the chance.
No.
You
don't know. Yeah, it's just bad all round. Just a bad situation.
Yeah.
So why is Tipster in the thumbnail? Is he on?
Because look at him. He's a bad motherfucker.
He is.
Look at him.
That's
the last thing you see. You piss off Tipster. That's where you get. He's even got the orange one to make sure the police don't shoot him. The orange zapper from Nintendo.
Yes, he's pretty terrifying man.
Yes, he does. He looks like a Mexican gangster that went insane and put a fucking Nintendo zapper in his hand and thought it was a gun. That's what he looks like.
I was thinking that with the video, was it last week about Zombie Unicorn or this week? I think that the person to take her on is Tipster in the body painting department because there's just so much canvas there.
I bet if he gave him a couple $100, he'd do it.
Yeah, he'd just destroy her, audience, take all her audience away from it because there's just so much room there for painting. You could paint masterpieces on him.
You have to get a few coats. That's true. I don't know. I hope you cover up your nipples, otherwise Zombie Unicorn won't help you.
Yeah.
All right, Lipo. Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Billy's in there.
Guys can't even take their shirts off on Twitch.
Guys can't?
What's up?
Remember Bex got banned for that?
Oh, I forgot. Billy, how are you? How can I help you?
What's up, man? My first time calling in,
All
actually.
Right, man.
So,
welcome to the show.
So I just wanted to say I'm like kind of with that last dude. I'm not really buying the Deji stuff. Like I feel like this is just an attention-seeking thing that went like super, super wrong. Like I feel like when a YouTuber cries and has a breakdown on video, like you had to sit through watching and the editing on that. Like I just don't buy it.
Yeah. Period. Yeah. What, you think he was setting up a fight? I mean, it's already summertime. The fight would have been set up already. They'd have to do that for the fall or Christmas at this point. Is that what you're getting at? This ain't helping. I got to be honest with you. This ain't helping him. This looks like it's the end.
It did at first, though, didn't it? When you say,
yeah, that was a couple months ago. But I don't necessarily believe that anymore. Unless Deji's working me in the DMs too.
Yeah, I'm guessing you've been talking to him. I kind of tuned in a little
lightly.
bit late,
I talk to him lightly whenever there's a problem, and I try to be encouraging.
Yeah, I know. Like, I don't know. I just feel like he probably
I don't think so.
Isn't making the best decisions. Like, especially uploading these videos one after another. Like, just hit people up privately. Like, I don't know what the deal is, but I just want to call in and make a point. Like I said, I've never been in before, so.
Domino's is here. Sorry, that's my point.
All right. Awesome.
No problem, brother. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate it. Hope you call again.
Yeah. Take it easy, guys.
Take care, Billy. Everybody, new caller can actually call. Everybody's making fun of Tipster. I don't know. I just like that picture. I always have.
Terry said she'll kick his fat ass.
The funny thing is, he's got my merch on. I always thought that was funny.
It's covered up.
You want to hear something funny? Because I'm still kind of mad. What the fuck? Where was I? I had to go outside. I had to pick Tommy up, and this is what an egomaniac I am. This is probably why I got the EU story wrong. I forgot I had Tipster's shirt on, and certainly I don't want to be like photographed for anybody to see me, right? But I'd never really been recognized in Germany, only in England, in the States. And so I had the Tipster shirt on, And I was terrified it was going to end up on Twitter by the time I got back. So I literally walked covering it the whole time.
God.
So I just put it on to, like, you know, do shit around the house. I was like, oh, I'm late. I was like, we're at the house with Tipster shirt. Prick. Actually, it would have been funny. Is that it? We're done?
I put the Discord link one more time.
All right. You don't want to sit there and watch me eat pizza. Hey, I could use some likes and lots of activity. And chat.
I'm going to go ahead and back out.
This all started as a joke. Deji needs help. KSI did nothing to him. I do get the feeling that KSI feels that Deji is like kind of demanding his like YouTube support, and like he's not entitled to it, you know?
Yeah.
He's not. You guys are grown men now. But I'd like to think if my brother was in this business that I would do what I could. But I mean, I also I would know there's only so far you can go with it, you know? Yeah.
I don't know what to think.
Oh, Raw's it. Obama, right? Raw Obama, you're on the air. A long time no see. How are you? You fucking wacky Russian, talk. All right.
Good.
Game over.
What the fuck is that?
Tommy, what do you think of Alexander Navalny?
Who's he? Why do I know that name?
He's like the anti-corruption guy in Russia.
I think he's dead. Give him a month. Find him in the back of a car. I wouldn't want to be. I don't want to be.
He's possibly going to jail.
It's a shot from the point. You're going to jail? Shocking.
No, his subordinates are.
Well, I mean, you have a dictator over there. You live under a dictatorship. It's just that simple. Oh, cool. I've always been wanting to find that chest. Battle chest, Commodore Omega. That's a great game.
I mean, he's the best one. He's the only one who would have his like friends from high school become very rich men.
Yeah. Well, there's lots of corruption in Russia because for some reason you elected the top gangster that used to be in the KGB in charge, and lo and behold, he's been there for 20 years, more I think, and rewrote your constitution, and now you're fucked. So the only thing you can do is kill him, which you probably can't, because that's a pretty big army, or live with it, or leave.
That's instant 5 stars.
Yeah.
The idea is you live with it.
I know you guys have been living with bullshit a long time. You know, I grew up with this idea that if everything ever went wrong in the States, like there's something you can do and people would rise up. I don't believe that anymore.
You see, you have guns. We don't.
I know. That's the one thing
But-
that keeps the far left in line, or the far left from exposing themselves. I think there's a lot of guys in power that are far left. That's the one thing that
Remember,
keeps everybody
Tommy,
going.
we also have Chechens, and that stuff is pretty.
Yeah, I know Chechens.
Weird.
They were acting up. They were one of the first people to act up before the wall fell. You know, but they did that. Your country is fucked from the top down, dude. Do you watch No
Also-
Fuckers? Do you watch No Fuckers?
Not really. He's not that interesting.
No. He's interesting for
Also-
me because he speaks pretty good English, and he talks about Russia. He goes to rallies and stuff. I think that was interesting.
Also,
We don't
the
talk no
Canadian
more.
president has won in Ukraine.
Yeah. Well, if I were you, I'd just leave. If you could. Just get the hell out of there. Start a family somewhere else.
It's better than California already. So
Probably.
I don't care.
I don't know.
There's less feminists in general. So
Yeah, but I don't think America's a lost cause. I don't even think Europe's a lost cause. Europe's getting there though. You guys, let me tell you something about that guy Putin, and I can see it in his eyes. I've been around people that killed other people. That guy's got that look in his eye all the time, every place. I guarantee you.
I'm a cuck.
He's not a cuck.
I'm a fucking
Would you let your friends make fun of your Would you let your friend make fun of your family member? Depends if he pissed me off, a family member. Your situation is fucked.
Also,
the cause was lost
Euro
20 years ago.
Games 2019 is happening in my country, in my city.
What's happening?
Euro Games.
Fun. Euro Games. You're gonna have the World Cup, Euro Games. I wouldn't go to Russia if you put a gun to my head. I've heard horror stories. Crime's out of control. You know, and it's just nuts. No, my advice to you is study real hard and go to college in the States. Telling you. Ignore the feminists.
What I hate?
What?
The depiction of Europe as rich country. So I've been in Italy for.
Well, it is just not where you are. I live in a super rich area, and it's nice.
Not even in Italy. I mean, I was on some island in Venice, and it was poor country sometimes and some rich people.
Sounds like America. It's poor some places, it's rich some. Italy the same way. All right, Raw. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for calling.
Bye.
All the best. I won't put verse in here. My man. Let's call this a day. What do you got?
No, I just wanted to say that I don't know. Regardless of this whole Deji thing or the Etika shit that come out is fake, either way, it proves that people are getting way too into this social media shit, whether it's an act or not.
You're right.
Because if they're faking it, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
And if it's real, that's fucked up.
Yeah, no.
So either way, we lose.
Yeah, I know. This is not good. You know. Remember when the drama was so much better?
Yeah.
Remember that? It was just so much more fun. Back in the
old days. Now everyone's just on police scanners.
I know. I know what you're referring to. My team, I didn't make them do this, by the way. I told them they didn't have to. In fact, I encouraged it. Decided to get a New York City police scanner.
Yeah, I had it on my phone. I was listening. Yeah, well, actually, the scary thing was I was listening to it for an hour or so after work, and there was some dude on a roof that was going to kill himself. I was like, oh shit, is this
it?
But obviously, there's more than just Etika in the fucking world who's depressed.
Yeah, especially in NYC. You know.
Yeah.
And that's it. What police department you're listening to? You got, which one?
Yeah. It was
Brooklyn, I imagine.
That's what I was doing. Yeah.
No. It was. I can actually check.
Which precinct?
He's in the top 100. It was number 2. Where the fuck did it go? NYPD Special Operations Division. That's the one I was listening to. But it's New York City. I mean, half the fucking city wants to kill themselves. So I mean, nobody's.
That's not true. People in New York City like to tell you how bad they are. Because they live in New York. And most of them from fucking Idaho or some shit. I'm from New York. No, you're not. No, you're not. You moved here and went to college. Shut up. Stop acting like you're tough. You live in fucking Manhattan.
Took a 10-hour van road trip, and now they're New Yorkers. Yeah.
Got 718-212. Shut the fuck up.
But either way, it's not good.
It's not good really for social media. It's just, you kind of attract the newspapers, too, with this shit. Although... YouTube would probably stand up to them. And my dad says this. A lot of people are getting sick of you, as social media goes, and I can see why. I'm fucking normal. It's all them. I've never done anything remarkably stupid online.
Well, this is the thing now. It's at some point we're gonna be like, damn, I miss when we were looking for drama on Twitter and not fucking police radio. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
Why?
Tomorrow's the start of Midsummer Celebration, 3 days of debauchery. Do Germans have it? No. I just got here. I don't know. Let me see. You said it's boring. Well, fucking leave, you fat cunt. Yeah, I'm eating pizza.
No, but it's just I don't know. I just found it funny how now we're going to be listening for YouTube news through the police radio. That's where we're getting. It's going to happen eventually.
But you know what? Summer's kicking off. It's always good during the summer. And I think there's just less YouTubers making a living, too. That's the biggest problem. Because, there was, up until, I would say after Logan Paul, you had plenty of fucking stories to go with. I mean, there's tons. And it's kind of, I think, over time, because the restrictions, there's not as many new YouTubers coming in the business. You can't, it's just there's not as many people doing it, so there's a lot less conflict. That's what I think. That's my theory.
Yeah, but that goes both ways. So there's even less people making money, but there's even more people making that crazy amount of money. And the more money you make, the more serious to take. And then you have these fuckers who just think it's life or death.
Yeah, I know. I literally pay my bills with it, and I don't think it's life or death.
Yeah, like the man thought he was a god because his YouTube channel blew up to 2 million, like a fucking 1 million subs in like
yeah, I know.
6 months. A
you know what though?
From the sky.
If blow up, be a part of something that's big. I can't even say I'm out. I'm like I'm not gonna be a hypocrite here. It changes. It warps you. You know, I was talking to Leafy. Leafy's like, you know, he's always saying like the money kind of he didn't say this directly, but he said the money kind of fucks young people up. It's too much money to be like 22 years old and have $1 million in the bank. It fucks your mind. It starts to make you think you're a god. You know,
then it's like,
you know, it could happen to you too. It could happen to you too. You know. Well,
Dude, if I had a few million in the bank, I would probably end up being in jail in the next 30 days. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way around it. Either that or I would have bought an expensive car and wrapped myself around a fucking pole.
Yeah,
either way,
like
something's going to happen. Yeah, there's no way around it. That's just how it is.
All right, let's say goodbye to Big Butt Lover and call it a day. Big Butt Lover, last call of the day. We're going. I'm finish my pizza.
All right, so in order to save the demonetization issues, right? Like, let's pretend we're going to reverse all of them. And the only way to do it was to eat a pair of underwear Keemstar had been wearing for 2 weeks and he just farted in. Would you do it?
No.
That's all I had.
All right, have a good day.
I'd do it if you donate.
All right, Nuxter. Some guy just came in last minute. Nuxter, you're on.
Hello.
Well, how are you? How can I help
doing quite well.
All right, how can I help you?
Do you have anything to add to the conversation, or are we just going to keep doing this?
You can just keep doing it. I'm just here.
Okay, have a good one, man.
All right.
I'm banning anybody.
Okay, let's go. I had enough. I want to bullshit with Verse.
On that note.
Not much going on. We'll keep you updated. Pizza came out of my mouth. Keep you updated on the top of the point news. See you on Sunday. Have a good one, Pete.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-town, the king's home, slapping fives, black stones. 6 mile to danger zones, bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe, here's a headline.
I love this pizza, it's good.